Hey folks, this is Rainer here from tradingwithrainer.com. Hope you guys are doing fine, having a fantabulous weekend, right? Because as for me, I did had quite a great one myself because I went to the soup restaurant yesterday, had a family dinner, and yeah, the food was actually pretty good. And yep, heading towards later the east side for some prawn noodles. So for me, my weekends are actually pretty good this week. So I hope you guys are actually enjoying yourself as well. Yeah. So this week on my forex analysis, I like to cover the New Zealand pair because actually I'm seeing weakness on the New Zealand pair. So let's look at the charts and I'll tell you why. So this is the New Zealand dollar chart, the weekly chart, and if you are too what they call tunnel, you have a tunnel vision, you just notice that price is still in an uptrend, right? Not a very strong one, but not, I mean it's actually pretty strong if you look at the last few weeks, and it seems to be forming a flag pattern, all right? And most traders are actually looking for a breakout. But look at what happened last couple of weeks. Okay, no, first and foremost, let's look at the recent price action history over the last few, I would say couple of years. You notice that this level actually here, this region here, okay, between the 88.39 level and the 86.90 level, around there, I'll highlight it. This area here is actually a multi-year high. Right, so traders who are actually paying attention to the level, they're actually looking to, I would say, sell the level according to what price action is telling us. Why do I say that? Because if you look at the recent candlestick formation, you notice that this pattern here is what you call a bearish pin bar. However, given the context of this bearish pin bar, what we had prior to this bearish pin bar was actually this. Okay, we had this like bullish flag pattern that was forming up, alright? And price was actually storing momentum to break up further to the upside, right? So you're storing energy here. The reason this bullish engulfing pattern was like signaling to traders that a breakout is imminent, all right? But what happened in the following candle was that we got the breakout, but price hit a high of here and closed lower for the day. So it's telling you that above this high over here, there are lack of buyers. Instead, there are a lot of sellers, willing to sell at that price level. So price actually closed lower for the week, and the following week we had this inside week pattern, right? An inside week, so there's still indecision. So if you ask me, what I foresee for this pair in the coming weeks is actually for price to hit down lower, all right? Possibly testing the 185, or even breaking that support level and possibly testing the 81 level. So is there a trade coming up for us for this pair? Alright, I'll say if you want to trade the weekly candle, it's possible, right? Shorting using this bearish pin bar. So for me, I'll actually give this trade a miss because I do not like the white stop loss for me. So yep. However, given the fact that we're expecting New Zealand dollar weakness, alright, New Zealand dollar weakness. Alright, another pair I'll be talking about is actually the Aussie New Zealand. Alright, so let's look at it. So looking at the Aussie New Zealand, you can see the weekly chart is actually still in a downtrend, right? Price is still making lower lows and lower highs. Lower highs here, here, here. Yeah, but notice the price action over, I would say, the last few months, alright? So let's zoom on to the daily chart. The price action over the last few months, you notice something. That price actually making higher highs. So here, here, here. So given the fact that earlier I was anticipating that New Zealand dollar weakness, and this pair is forming a higher highs, and notice that each time it attempted a rally towards the 109 level, it retraced a little, alright, and it take a step out towards the level again. And now it seems to be retracing even lesser, right? And seems to want to be pushing through this level right now. So for you guys who are thinking of shorting this pair, I would say do keep a lookout for it because I actually anticipate higher prices for this pair, right? Given the price action on this pair. So I would say stay neutral, okay? Stay neutral because the longer term trend is down. However, the recent price action is actually bullish if you ask me. So I was actually stay neutral on this pair. So yep, do keep a lookout. And the next few pairs I'll cover is actually, I would say, a couple of setups I actually took this week, and let me share them with you. The first pair, let's do the Euro Aussie. How about that? The Euro Aussie. So the Euro Aussie dollar weekly chart. All right, weekly chart is actually bullish if you ask me. I mean, it's in an uptrend. We can't deny that. All right, we have higher lows. So most of you are wondering, since there's high lows down here, why do I see a short setup that I did? True, the higher time frame, the weekly chart is actually forming higher lows, thus it's in a longer term uptrend. But let's look at the intermediate trend. All right, you can see it on daily. Is that the intermediate trend? All right, it's actually downwards because we have lower highs. Right. So as for me, if you ask me, I'm actually anticipating for price to retest this 145 level. So what I did was I took a shot, all right, with the 145 level in mind. So where did I go for a shot? I have to drill down into my 4-hour chart and look for the setup. So I'll zoom out a little. My 4-hour chart, I noticed there's a previous support, now turn resistance. Okay, previous support over here, now turn resistance over here. Then the signal to went short was actually this candlestick pattern, right? A pin bar, alright, so I just went short on it and my stop loss was above the high over here. So my first target profit will be this swing low over here with the final target at the 145, which I mentioned earlier on. So that was why I took a shot on the Euro Aussie dollar. It's a little bit advanced if you ask me, because I'm actually going against the weekly time frame. However, I'm actually trading the intermediate time frame, which can be seen on the daily. Thus, that is why I actually took this short setup. So yep. So if you guys are actually confused, feel free to email me and I could explain more. So another setup I took was the Canadian Swiss franc. So let's look at it. So this one isn't looking too good at the moment, but nonetheless, the weekly chart again, similar story as Aussie, New Zealand. We have a lower highs, right? Lower highs here, 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 here. So it's just pretty obvious actually. So one look from left to right, you know it's a downtrend. So in the downtrend, I'm looking for a reason to sell. So where did I sell? Look at the daily chart. We can see that this 82 level over here tested once, okay, failed to test, and right now it tested once again and gave me a pin bar to short. However, what happened is that price seems to be rallying up higher and I could actually be stopped out next week. But I'm actually totally cool with that because we're actually dealing with probabilities, alright? So we do not know what's going to happen to our each individual trade, but what we know for sure is that if we have a plan, we do not need to fear the outcome, because the most we can lose is just 1 R. But what's our profit target? It could be multiple R's, you know, definitely more than 1 R. So if you do the math, in the long run, you actually make money. So yep, there's actually no reason to actually fear the outcome once you have a plan set up. Alright, and let's look at the last pair. The last pair I'll look at is actually the Euro dollar. So the Euro dollar, so you look at the weekly chart, alright, no doubt it is in a bullish uptrend, alright, bullish uptrend. So, but what actually I would say is causing me to hesitate from a short is this bearish engulfing pattern over here. Because you look at it, it actually engulfs the last 3 weeks of price action over here. So I'll say this is quite a significant pattern, and then given the fact that Draghi is actually considering easing monetary policy in coming June, I wouldn't be too keen to long this pair at the moment. So look at the daily chart. I actually went short here over on this inside bar. Right, there's an inside bar over here. So I went short on the breakout, stop loss above it, and yep, I'm actually still holding my shots. So what happened now is that most traders actually saw this I'll say this pin bar at support level at the 137. You can see it, 137. So yep, this one over here, and if you look at it, this level is another support level coming at 135. So yep, I did not go long on this pin bar if you ask me. No doubt it's quite a decent looking one, because of the fact that the weekly form, the bearish engulfing pattern, and the piece of fundamental news that's backing the recent sell-off make me hesitant to pull the trigger to go long. So I'm actually just holding my inside bar short. I already set to break even. So what I hope is that price to actually take out the lows over here and hopefully test the 135 in the coming weeks. So yep, that's my thing for the Euro dollar. So I still anticipate price to actually test the 135 in the coming weeks for the Euro dollar. So yep, that's all I have for you guys this week. I hope you guys actually enjoyed it, because if you do, you can go down to my website and actually get more free information down there. So I wish you good luck and good trading. Thank you.